Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube video. Today's video is going to be talking about how a nutrient deficient diet might be the cause of depression and or anxiety. Disclaimer, I am not a medical professional and all facts and opinions in this video were formed after studying research results that were conducted by an Australian psychiatrist by the name of Dr. Felice Jacka. So let's get right into the video. How is the immune system directly linked or directly affects our mental health? So the immune system is a system of the body that is responsible for defending our cells, tissues, and organs. And it is responsible for defending our cells, tissues, and organs against infections or diseases or anything that it may deem as a threat. The immune system is either strengthened or weakened by our dietary choices and physical movement. And this is a fortunate thing. So, yeah. Research by Dr. Felice Drucker showed that more healthier and higher quality dietary choices or like foods are responsible for about 30 to 35% risk reduction for depression and anxiety. And this was a conclusion she formed after doing a research study where they took two groups of people. The other group was people with a moderate to like minor, I guess, signs of depression or early signs of depression. And there were people who had been depressed for a long time. They had several mental health issues and depression, like acute depression, which is like a more severe form of depression. And the group that had the moderate signs or symptoms of depression, they were given therapy and counseling and all of that. And then the other group, they were given like much healthier food choices. Like the diet was surrounded by more greens on the plate, just whatever you think is healthy, whatever is deemed healthy, that's what they were given. By the end of the study, it was concluded that the people with moderate signs of depression, they did get better, but not as good as it could be. Yeah, not as good as it could be. And then the people that had severe depression for years, they felt a lot better. And all because they changed their diet and there was a bit of movement implemented in the experiment as well. So this just goes to show the importance of healthy eating and dietary choices. Yeah, like they are directly linked to our mental health and just mood swings and all of that. This is where it gets more detailed. So the thing about unhealthy food or junk food is that it is full of um like it makes our gut more inflamed than healthier food. So this is going to explain how the gut is linked to our mental health. So our gut is a major source or contributor of inflammation. And what inflammation does is, if like you are not taking care of your gut, you can be inflamed, and the inflammation can go all the way up to your brain. And when the brain detects that, it assumes that it is a threat and thereby sending like inducing symptoms like depression and anxiety as a form to protect you, but in reality it's not. But if you know anything about the brain, is that it'll do things in order to protect you, but those things will end up working against you anyway. So that's just something to be aware of. There have been numerous studies, even by other psychiatrists and other psychologists and dietitians, nutritionists, that have proven that a lot of people that are depressed or anxious or have some kind of mood instability, they often have an unhealthy diet. And what an unhealthy diet does is that it gives you a lot of inflammation that could go up to your brain, and the whole pattern just starts. So that is also why you need to eat healthy. It's not because only just for your physical well-being, but it's also responsible for your mental and emotional well-being. So if you're eating unhealthy foods, if you're eating foods that don't feed your body, that don't give your body the amount of nutrients that it needs to function and work for you to give you a better quality of life, then you will end up with some issue one way or the other. I remember when I was depressed and anxious and dealing with all of that, I had a very unhealthy diet. I also had the goal to lose weight. I wasn't confident with how I looked. Most of it was I was eating my feelings. I ate my feelings, just eat when I was not feeling well. And obviously, it would not be healthy food. I'll just go for like a pizza, a pie, some chocolate, muffins, cupcakes, sugar, donuts. I used to love donuts. But yeah, that, and then as I thought to myself, the first step that I noticed that I took to get better and fix my mental health and just get things on track was that I stopped eating meat. I went pescatarian. I would only eat fish, and that was a major improvement. Obviously, it was not easy because your body's used to certain foods. So I would get headaches, I would get back pain, my whole body would just ache, and I just knew that it is what you call sort of a withdrawal symptoms, I guess, that I'm not sick, I'm just my body is like signaling me to eat something that it's used to me eating. So that was one of the first steps. I also quit sugar. I don't eat sugar anymore. Refined white sugar, I don't eat refined white sugar. There's a lot of negative things that refined white sugar could do. And then over time, I stopped eating fish, and now I've been vegetarian for 3 months now. And that has severely changed my life. Also, did you know that if you prioritize your gut, you take care of your gut, you eat healthier, you eat more greens on your plate, more fiber, more nutrients, then you're more likely to get clearer skin, lose weight without even trying. When I stopped eating meat and I started prioritizing my gut health, I lost weight, and I thought I was I had like a fupa, but now I don't, and I don't even do any core exercises or anything. I just take care of my gut, and I don't have a fupa anymore. So sometimes you think, oh, it's not that. Maybe you're just inflamed, you're bloated. That happens when your gut is not prioritized. So that's just a little fun fact. Also, another thing, prioritizing your gut can also help to sort of release like chemicals like butyrate, yeah, and other anti-inflammatory compounds to help combat or counteract the inflammation that is already in your brain from unhealthy eating, that will more likely cause your brain to give you symptoms like depression, anxiety, as a way to protect you. So if you take care of your gut, it will release those butyrates and anti-inflammatory compounds that will go up to your brain and fight against the inflammation that you had prior to changing your diet or eating healthier or taking care of your gut. So not only will taking care of your gut just heal you physically, not only is it good for your skin, not only is it good for your hair, it's just good for overall. It's really, really good for you, but also it will help minimize the symptoms of depression and anxiety, and also act as an antidepressant or mood stabilizer. So this part of the video is about how you can properly prioritize your gut, take care of your health, choose healthier things. Some of the things that I am gonna recommend here, I have tried and done myself, and they have worked really, really well for me. I hope the difference is visible. But yeah, so the first thing is to take care of your gut. You need fermented foods. I cannot emphasize this enough. You have to have fermented foods. A list of fermented foods that you can try are sauerkraut. I can't pronounce it, but I'll try put a picture somewhere here. It's basically cabbage. You smash it up and you add ginger, your spices, and just leave it there for weeks, and it ferments, and you can eat it with your meals. Or you can have kimchi. Kimchi is an excellent dish. It's good for the gut. It is a fermented South Korean delicacy, so you can try that. There are loads of videos on YouTube on how to make it. There's a vegetarian version as well by Machi. I'll try link a video in the description. You can also try, for black people, the only fermented food like I could think of right now would be mabele. I don't know what it's called in English, but basically it's just mabele, yeah. And you, yeah, my our parents usually just like mix it with water and leave it there for weeks, just, yeah, for a long time, and then they make it as a porridge or bab. So yeah, you could try that. There's also green tea. I drink green tea every morning. I will link two videos on this on the description. The other one is by Dr. Yang on how to take care of your gut, but I find that one is more demanding because he mentions prebiotics and probiotics, and I've never taken those, but I still did manage to heal my gut. So I'll link it though. And then there's another one by one of my favorite TikTok creators, Sunny Dea. Honestly, she sums up gut prioritization very well. It's short, detailed, straight to the point, not complicated. I don't even think anybody would have any questions after that. I will link it, or I'll just put it on this video somewhere. Another thing, I started drinking mint tea. My mom has mint in her garden. I'll just pick it, wash it, and pour hot water on it, and that's my tea. Also, another thing when you quit sugar is that you notice that most of these herbal teas have their own sweetness to it, like without adding sugar or any type of sweetener. You can actually taste the sweetness in the mint tea, so try that. For me, it costs nothing, just hot water and mint leaves. But I also had another tea that I once bought, I don't know where, yeah, I forgot, but it was basically green tea and mint tea just in one bag, and it was heaven. It was like so. But yeah, there are also mint teas that you could try. Yeah, and what else? There's also kombucha, miso, and yogurt. Yogurt is also a very good probiotic food. Danone, I eat my nieces. Like when they buy her yogurts, I would eat it. Especially this winter, they've been in the fridge. They were cold. She wasn't interested, and yeah, I helped myself. So there was also a study by Dr. Felice Jacka, and in that study, they contacted a dairy farm in Australia, and they told the farmer that they wanted to experiment. So they got about 40 healthy women to take the study, and the dairy farm had a type of yogurt that they sold or they produced, and that yogurt, Dr. Felice Jacka had those women eating it for about 6 weeks. At the end of the study, remarkable things were found. The remarkable thing is that there was an increase in the volume of the hippocampus. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly, but it's a hippocampus is a very, very crucial part of our brain. That one is responsible for information retention, memory. It's responsible for, yeah, also for like mental stability. It's like, I think of it as it's so important. I can't even. So yeah, and in that study they found that the hippocampus of those women had increased in size and volume. So when you're eating unhealthy, you're eating junk food, you're not taking care of your gut, you're not prioritizing your health, you're not moving some kind of physical movement, anything, that thing shrinks in size. So you may be in school, you may be studying, and you're wondering why doesn't anything ever stick? It's because your hippocampus, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, it shrinks in size, it becomes smaller and smaller. So once you start taking care of your health, eating healthier, prioritizing your gut, you just moving, even just walking, that thing will increase in volume and in size. That means that it will take care of your mental stability or like mood stability. You will be able to retain more information. You'll be like able to just your brain will function better. It'll function better. It won't need to release um symptoms like depression, anxiety in a way to protect you. It's literally just a cost effective way to just take care of your brain. And yeah, if in school, you should definitely be taking care of your gut. Another thing, I heard like people take brain supplements. I don't have an opinion on that. I've never tried brain supplements before, so I don't know. But you guys be careful. I think that's risky, but I've never tried any of it. I've never done research on it. I don't know much about these things. I just know that people take brain supplements, so you guys be careful. And for this part of the video, can I just issue a disclaimer? Nobody is has the right to judge you on your dietary choices. I'm not judging anyone on what they choose to feed themselves or their dietary choices. But yeah, with that saying, um I'm I'm going vegan. I'm currently vegetarian only because I eat eggs. I love eggs. I don't even love milk like that. Also with yogurt, I guess it has milk. I don't know, but I'm currently going vegan, and what I've noticed is that there's a lot of judgment on people who go vegan, especially in like our African culture. Like some people like, yeah, how Janama, you don't eat meat. It's a shock. I get it, you know. But another thing is that I don't think anybody should be judged because they wanna change and eat healthier and prioritize their health. Another thing would be that also vegan, like we're not allowed to judge other people. Like if somebody wants a double cheeseburger at McDonald's or whatever, they want KFC, they want chicken nuggets, I don't think anybody should be judging anyone for their dietary choices. People have the right to eat whatever they want to eat as long as it's not, well, illegal or an endangered species or even human. People have the right to eat whatever they want to eat, so that's just what I wanted to say. Nobody should judge anybody because they want to go vegan or they're not interested in veganism. That's just all I wanted to say. I feel like this is so important. Yeah. Yeah, so and then also another interesting fact is that a lot of studies like the British Medical Journal, that yeah, it found that a lot of people on a plant-based diet tend to have less stress, less anxiety, less depression symptoms or anything like that. So just another reason why you should consider going vegan. Yes, veganism is fun, guys. If you have environmental concerns, like you care for the animals, the planet, you want to reduce your carbon footprint, you care for yourself, for your body, we definitely should try veganism. I highly recommend it because right now I'm vegetarian. I've been vegetarian for a month, and I'm definitely going vegan. I don't know when. This thing, guys, also it's a process. You can not quit everything, like go cold turkey and be like I'm vegan. It's hard, and what I've realized is that you probably will relapse. You're probably gonna go back to eating meat and animal product. But I started, like I said, by stopping to eat meat and chicken. I stopped eating meat and like chicken and beef. I stopped that. I just ate fish. And then after some time, when I felt like my body was ready, I stopped eating fish and I became vegetarian. So with vegetarians right now, I stopped drinking milk. My mom buys me some plant-based alternatives. Shout out to my mom. She's been so supportive of my veganism journey. She even buys like vegan mock meats. And she also, when I stopped eating chicken and beef, she would like, it makes me so happy. She would make me this mushroom thing. Basically, I will give you guys the recipe if you guys would like it. Just tell me and I'll do it. You take some button mushrooms, you cut them up in half, and then she mixed flour with a bunch of spices and eggs and just mix everything, coat it, and then she fried it. And I didn't, you barely realize that it's not meat. Like, I think that's why people call mushroom the meat for vegans. I don't know. But like, it's, yeah, I didn't miss meat at all because I was eating that in large quantities. I was enjoying it very much. So I would be happy to share it if you guys would like me to share the recipe. I would. I would definitely would. But yeah, you can't go cold turkey. That's a recipe for disaster. Even um a Formula One driver, Lewis Hamilton, he started by going pescatarian first. and right now he's been vegan for a number of years. I don't know how many. He's 41 years, and clearly there's something to this veganism thing. Also, the tennis player Serena Williams, she's an athlete. Both of these people are athletes and they're on a vegan diet. So that just proves that people be like, a vegan diet is deficient of this and this and this. How will you get your protein if you're not, eating meat? To be an athlete, you need a lot of protein. Most of our bodies, everything is just made of protein. So you need a lot of protein. And they are athletes and they find plant-based proteins. So there is something to this veganism thing. But he started by going pescatarians and then over time, just now he's fully vegan, and that's where I hope to be. So right now I'm currently vegetarian, working on it. I highly, highly recommend that you don't go cold turkey. Some people are able to do it. Shout out to those guys. They're like troopers, but I'm not. So yeah. Also, my mom right now she stopped eating beef. Right now she only eats chicken. That too, homegrown chicken. She really doesn't buy chicken from the store. Just if another way you can choose to be healthier and more, yeah, healthier and take care of your health, because sometimes with the chickens in the stores you find that they're like imported from far places and you wonder how do they keep it fresh. But also, even if they do have a system that like it works and doesn't harm you, you don't really know how those chickens were raised, like the conditions. Was it free range or was it like caged? And there's just a lot to this thing. I don't want to get into that, honestly. If you watch documentaries on how these animals are farmed and harvested, you'll make the decision for yourself. Just search on YouTube, you'll find something. It's scary. I don't dabble in that. If you are considering going vegan, you have to keep in mind that you're gonna have to source a lot of, not a lot actually, some nutrients from plant-based alternatives. Like for protein, there's tofu, which is like soybean, there's edamame, there are peas, there's tempeh, there's a lot of, there are lentils, just a cheap alternative. Like you find lentils anywhere, they're so affordable. You just gotta eat them in large quantities. But that's where I like to get my favorite protein. But I also like tofu. Tofu is also like a meat alternative. Like if you miss meat or you love meat so much, you should try tofu. Tofu, you can fry it. Yeah, fry it. My favorite way is to fry it, like deep fry it, and just coat it in some breadcrumbs and fry it. And honestly, it'll taste like meat. Sometimes I remember in church they once served us meat, and I was like, now we're eating meat in church. Like, yay! Because like during lunch at church they don't serve like animal products, so in your house you can eat meat, but at church they don't serve like meat or anything. So then one day I was eating and I found food was like, okay, so they're giving us meat now, we're eating meat. And I was so excited. I was like, we're eating meat in church. And then yeah, someone was like, no, that's tofu, it's just fried tofu. And I was like, really? So it definitely did, my brain did miss it. It was not meat, it was tofu, and it tastes exactly like meat. It's so good, you should try it. There are also things like omega-3 fatty acids are what you would find in fish, also very good for your brain. Those ones you can get from seaweed, you can get from chia seeds. I eat a lot of chia seeds. Also, chia seeds are like, they'll give you a snatched waist. They're very, very high in fiber, so they're gonna help you get things going in your digestive system. So I eat a lot of chia seeds. Like every morning I'll have a cup of chia seeds with lemon and you're good to go. A few books that you could also read on veganism are Born to Run. This book is about a native tribe in Mexico somewhere, and they're known for running long, long distances, and their diet is mostly plant-based. There's also the Hansa tribe in India. They're mostly vegetarian and their health is amazing. There's also in South Africa, they're very plant-based. You should try that. I should look into some of those things. Just a lot of people in the world, tribes, places, just groups of people have been able to survive without eating meat, and they've been thriving on that, and they have a lot of like athlete like abilities, so those are just some of the things that you could read about if you're interested in veganism. And yeah, that is it for my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I enjoyed researching about this video specifically because it was also educational for me. Some of the things that I didn't know, I know now, and I know that they will help me get better on my journey, because at the end we're all still healing. You can't depression or anxiety is not something that you can fix in one go. It's a process that you have to follow, and you have to be patient with yourself. You have to be kind to yourself more than ever. So yeah, I learned a lot, and I'm so grateful to have learned a lot. And you guys tell me if I didn't really address anything that you would have liked me to address. But yeah, I had fun researching about this video, and I learned a lot, and I hope that you took something from this video too, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Bye.